Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Hammer Podcast. Today is April 8th, 2025. I sent out a post yesterday saying that I had some business I needed to take care of. So I was going to have it on the 8th instead of the 7th. I hope everybody got that. But what's nice is today, and I have to say, being that it is Tuesday, April 8th, 2025, I was just informed that today is the 5th anniversary of the Hammer Podcast. So happy anniversary to me. Thank you for watching, everybody. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you're on Rumble, please follow or subscribe to the channel. And if you would like to make a monetary thing about it, you're not going to get a no from me. Let's see. Right there. Can't miss it. Totally up to you. Greatly appreciated. Now, today is basically open lines. Okay, so I'll just here, let me get that on there. Text 920-777-1697, and I will send you the link, and you can come on the podcast and basically talk about whatever you want to talk about. It's totally up to you. Okay, so before we get into anything like that, I'm going to go ahead and I want to talk about something that's been going on in my neck of the woods, Green Bay, Wisconsin. Beautiful place. If you ever want to visit it, please. Lambeau Field. They're having the draft this year. So hopefully, it's going to be good. 3 days of the place is the whole street is shut down. You're not going to see my ass over there at all. There's going to be so many people. They're saying 100,000 to 150,000 people. And Green Bay is not that big. In fact, the Lambeau Field is not actually in Green Bay. Lambeau Field is in Ashwaubenon, which is right next to Green Bay. I mean, you cross a street and you're in Ashwaubenon, basically. So I think instead of calling them the Green Bay Packers, they should have called them the Ashwaubenon Packers. So, but like I said, if you want to come on, these are open lines today. Text 920-777-1697. And I told a lot of the people that are just so excited to see it. This is a once in a lifetime thing. And I'm thinking, yeah, it is. It is a once in a lifetime thing because the draft is never coming back to Green Bay, ever. First of all, a lot of places around the stadium, they had to build them. So for the past year, they've been building all these buildings and hotels and living quarters, like apartment complexes and stuff like that, just for the draft. Now, yes, the city is going to make a shit ton of money. Don't get me wrong. Okay, they're going to make a lot of money. So are the businesses that are around Lambeau Field. You have Anduzzi's, you have Stadium View. Shout out to Stadium View. Great place. I would suggest going there. Great food, great service. They have D2. There's a place called Kroll's. It's right there. All right? It's just a walk. You just walk from those places right to Lambeau Field. Hop, skip, and a jump. You cross Oneida Street, and you're there. But Oneida is going to be cut off. It's going to be shut off. No cars. All right? So today, now that we're still in the subject of Green Bay, Wisconsin, I want to talk about a woman who recently, when I mean recently, I mean 2022. I think it was 2022. Yeah, 2022. She was tried and convicted of a heinous murder here. Now, being that Green Bay is a city of, when I got here almost 30 years ago, it was 98,000 people. Now there's 108,000. So it hasn't grown much, which I like that. I like cities that I like to live in a city where where it's not just a big, it just explodes with a population. Because when you got more population, you got more crime and all this other stuff, more traffic jams. When I go to work and back, it's straight through, no jams. It's wonderful. It takes me 10 minutes to get home. It's wonderful. I enjoy it. The people are wonderful here. It's just a great place to be, great place to live. Yes, it gets cold in the wintertime. Yes. But hey, lots of things to do. All right. So her name is Taylor Schabusiness. Her name before she was married was Taylor Coronado. Okay. Now she has been in the news lately. Let me go ahead. Oh, did I? Oh, there it is. Uh, she's been in the news lately. Here, let me get over here. There we go. That's better. And oh, by the way, to whoever's watching, text 920-777-1697. Open lines. Come on, and we'll get you on. Talk about whatever you want to talk about. Now, Taylor Schabusiness here. Like I said, she was tried and convicted of a heinous murder here in the city of Green Bay. Okay. And actually, I'm just going to say this. One of the relatives, I know them personally. Okay. I'm not going to say who it is, but I know one of them personally. All right. Um, Let me get to the story. She was, like I said, tried and convicted in 2022, but now she's back in the news because for some reason, she can't behave. She cannot behave. So let me get my ducks in a row, as they say. Now, let me remove her there. This happened in Fond du Lac. There's a lot of places. There's a couple of there's a maximum security prison in Green Bay, but they didn't send her to that one. But she is serving life without parole. Okay. Now she also attacked her attorney during her trial. Okay, I think she was trying to play the insanity card. I don't think it worked. Like I said, before I go on, 920-777-1697. If you want to come on, come on. All right. Okay. Now, let me read this to you. Let me get this off of here. The banner here real quick. Now it says convicted killer Taylor Schabusiness attacked an attorney in court Friday morning during a preliminary hearing in a case where she is accused of attacking a prison guard. Excuse me. So that's why she's there again for the second time. For some reason, this woman just can't behave herself. I mean, I guess if you're serving a life sentence, yeah. What's the use, right? Right? You have nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose. According to the Fond du Lac County Sheriff's Office, it's the second time she's attacked an attorney. Remember, I said she attacked her first attorney when she was on trial for the murder. Schabusiness, and the thing is, she's only 27. Okay. And she's serving life without parole. So she's going to be in there the rest of her life. That is a long time. And if anybody's ever been to prison time is long, is really hard and long time. It is. It drags. It drags on. All right. All right. 27 of Green Bay is serving a life sentence at Tachita Correctional Institution for killing and dismembering her friend. And we're going to get into that in a few minutes. Shad Thyrion of Green Bay in 2022, she appeared Friday morning in Fond du Lac County Circuit Court for a preliminary hearing on a battery by prison charge. Okay. During which she attacked her defense attorney, Curtis Jolka, Captain Christopher Randall confirmed. Okay. So while she was going for this hearing, because she attacked a prison guard, she attacks her attorney again. The attack occurred just after the hearing began at 8:30 a.m., court records show. The court went off the record at 8:32 a.m. and returned on the record at 8:41 a.m. Without Schabusiness in court, records said, because she attacked her attorney. The court adjourned until 9:25 a.m. and then it resumed. Schabusiness appeared by Zoom from the Fond du Lac County Jail. Oh, like I said, she's nothing but trouble. Jolka requested to withdraw from the case, but the request was denied until after the hearing, court records said. Jolka was officially withdrawn Friday afternoon, according to court records, and a new attorney, Christopher Froelich, was entered into the case. I hope I said the last names right. It would be the second time Schabusiness has attacked an attorney representing her. Like I said, I don't know why she's doing this. She's still trying to. I don't know if she's still trying to play the. Did you see the elbow she gave the defense attorney? Yes, I'm going to show the video in just a second. The first attorney she attacked got a good elbow. The second time, all around the deputies tackled her before she got him. Yes, they were prepared. I think they knew. The problem is with the prison system. The prison uniform is an ugly orange, and it has an effect on her self-esteem. You know, I have been trying to get people to come in here and talk about whether we need to reform the justice system or the prison system, and nobody has come up and said, I'll talk to you about it. We can discuss it. But anyway, let me go ahead and add this. And it is open lines today. So, like I said, if anybody wants to come on, 920, text me, 920-777-6097. I will send you the link. You can come on, and we can talk about it. All right. At Friday's hearing, Schabusiness was bound over for trial, and she entered a not guilty plea to the battery charge. Her next court hearing has not yet been scheduled, or has yet to be scheduled. Prosecutors accused Schabusiness of attacking a sergeant at Techita Correctional Institution on July 24, 2024. Boy, it's already 2025, almost a year later. They're finally getting to it. Wow, justice for John Monet must really, you might be right. I mean, if it's taken almost a year just for a battery charge, and that's just a preliminary hearing. It's not the court date. According to a criminal complaint, Schabusiness grabbed and pushed a nurse who was taking a staple out of her arm and swung a small metal table at the sergeant who attempted to control her, leading to a struggle before the sergeant pepper sprayed Schabusiness. All right. So let us get into the video. Okay, I'm going to show you the video now. Oh, wait a minute. Not yet. Hold on. I got one more. My error, everybody. Wait, I did see it. Okay, it's all done. Never mind. My mistake. Here is the video. Now, as you can see, they showed a mugshot of her when she was in court for the first time, when she had the murder charge, and she looked haggard. In the mugshot, she really looked pretty decent looking, but the mind, she's not all there. All right, here we go. All right.
We're asking for a sequestration, but that may be a moot point.
All right.
Look at those eyes. Look at her eyes. Look at that. She sees the camera and she knows exactly what's going to happen. This guy, her attorney, Froelich, doesn't even know what's going to happen. He's completely oblivious to what's going to happen. All right, here we go.
It is one witness, Your Honor.
Now, she yells something, but I have no idea what she's yelling. Oh! Did you see his face? He's like, oh, well, I'm still getting paid.
We're off the record.
So, yeah, she, man, She needs to behave. She needs to behave because, and you're probably right, Justice for John Bonet. Maybe it is a justice system, but when she went in there, she was already mentally screwed up because she murdered somebody, and I'm going to show you right now how she murdered him. If you got a squeamish stomach, don't watch, okay? Because this is how she murdered him. Get this on the thing here. Okay, here we go. The murder of Shad Tharian. Schabusiness decapitated, mutilated, and sexually assaulted Therion before scattering his body parts. Okay, she chopped him up, according to the court documents filed by the prosecution. Now, before I go any further, if anybody wants to come on, I'm going to get through this story. If nobody wants to come on, I'm just going to go ahead and end it. Okay. Text me at 920-777-1697, and I will send you the link, and you can come on the show. All right. Schabusiness willingly spoke with police after her arrest and told officers she decapitated, meaning he chopped off his head or sawed it off, one of the two, Therion, 25, during sex. So they were having sex and she decapitated him, according to the criminal complaint. At one point during the interview, Schabusiness stated she could feel the victim's heart beating still as she was choking him. Now, from what I've heard, they were actually doing like that autoerotic asphyxia thing. And she basically was doing it to kill him, not just give him a great sensation. Okay. She was choking him, so she kept pulling and choking him harder. But the victim would not die. And as she just kept rebuilding, into muscle, the complaint said. Maybe he was tightening up, so it was kind of keeping her from choking him. Therion's face turned purple. Blood was coming out of his mouth, but she did not stop. The complaint continued. When speaking about how she allegedly choked the victim to death with a chain, Schabusiness allegedly commented, "Yeah, I liked it." See what I mean? She was already screwed up, but there is a history to this woman. And I think maybe next week, when I do another open lines, I will go into the history of this woman because it's pretty morbid. I'm glad she got life without parole, because if she was still on the streets, guys wouldn't be safe. At that point, Schabusiness allegedly dismembered Therion's lifeless body with knives she found in his kitchen. So, she had to just sit there and hack away at those things, just hack at the bone, She also allegedly told officers that you see what I mean? This is what I'm talking about, that she sexually assaulted his corpse. So after she killed him, that is called necrophilia. Sick in the mind. Schabusiness stated the plan was for her to bring all of the body parts with her, but she got lazy and only ended up putting the leg, foot in the van, and she forgot the head, the complaint said. How do you forget the head? That should have been the first thing you've taken. Anyway, Schabusiness responded that the police were going to have fun trying to find all the organs. Brown County ADA Caleb Saunders wrote in the complaint. Parts of Therion were found in a Jimmy Choo bag, alleged body parts in an Under Armour bag, and in a crock pot box found in the Chrysler minivan, reached the complaint. The defendant apparently blacked out as she reported to police. What was going on was they were doing meth together. That's what was going on. So while they were doing meth together, I guess she just went nuts. Whether she was nuts before, I don't know. I didn't know her, thank goodness. But it happens, you know what I mean? So yeah, she's, like I said, she's serving a life sentence with no parole. So, but she still continues to hurt, assault, and attack security guards and attorneys. Why, I don't know. All right, if you want to come on the show, text 920-777-6097, and I will send you the link, and you can come on. Like I said, I'll give it about another 2 or 3 minutes. Like I said, this Green Bay, it's not, you don't hear very much about it. I usually go on the crime reports every day to see who's on there, what they're in there for. Some are in for drugs, some are in for, sexual assault, some are in for DWI. One guy was in there for like his 9th DWI. I'm like, why is this guy still driving a car? But you have to understand, Green Bay has a lot of bars. Every restaurant has a bar in it. Okay. Even that there's a place, you've probably heard of it, called Red Robin. They serve beer and liquor at their place where you can, buy hamburgers and fries. Okay. So this is a drinking town. But, always have yourself a designated driver. Always. All right. Well, like I said, this was open lines, but I guess people were waiting for, I guess, yesterday. And I don't know. Like I said, I had other things come up. I had some business come up, and I posted on YouTube, but I guess nobody got it. But like I said, it is the 5th anniversary of the Hammer podcast. So thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Facebook and follow me on Rumble if you're on Rumble. It's a great little platform. A little better at free speech than YouTube is, which is great. I also stream a thing called Classic Movie Maniac, where I watch old films. If you want to come onto that, you can text me too. Same number. And we do that on Rumble and Odyssey. And then I upload it to YouTube later on. So, okay. So for the Hammer Podcast, I'm Jason. You take care of yourself. You take care of each other. And we'll have another open lines. And the next time we have open lines, it'll be on the day that I post it. It was my error. I had something came up, and I am truly sorry, but it had to be fixed. Okay. But it's a good thing that I did come on today, because it was the 5th anniversary of the Hammer Podcast. So everybody take care of yourself. We'll see you. I will post it fairly soon. Another open lines. Or if you want to come on or text me one more time here, text me. If you want to talk about anything, Justice for Jean Bonnet, if you want to, prison food probably causes her to become erratic because it lacks nutritional value and contains insects and mold. Well, Justice for Jean Bonnet, I don't know. I've never been to prison. I've never been to jail either, so I can't tell you what the prison food or the jail food is like. It might be bad. Actually, you know what? I got a couple of people that I know, acquaintances, that have been in the Gray Bar Hotel, the Clink, and I will ask them how the food was. So, and I will update you as it happens. Okay. So, for the Hammer Podcast, I'm Jason. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. And like I said, I'll post it again, and this time we'll do it on the day that I do it. Because anyway, so everybody have a great night. We'll see you next time. All right. Bye.